Вітаємо вас і зараз запрошуємо до слова.
We give the floor to the spokesman of the Information and Analytical Center of the Council for National Defense and Security, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. The trend for the decrease of the number and intensity of shelling is preserved in the zone of the anti-terrorist operation. The shellings have not ceased altogether, and there were 7 shellings that had provocative character, nature, and were done from mortars and firearms. We detected them 7 over the last 24 hours. There, however, was no shellings from the armored vehicles and artillery. There are no deadly casualties among the Ukrainian military for the last 24 hours, and we don't have information about wounded ones. According to reconnaissance data, the militants and units of the armed forces of Russian Federation continue to move to Ukraine additional stores of armaments, military machinery, and different material supplies. The anti-terrorist operation forces are following all these actions in order to be ready to react. Over the last 24 hours, the militants have twice shelled the positions of Ukrainian military in the vicinity of Donetsk airport, and they have also fired from small firearms against the stronghold of Ukrainian armed forces next to Orlovo-Ivanivka. In Luhansk region, there was a mortar shelling of ATO positions next to Frunze village, and also from firearms they fired at the village of Chernukhina, Popasna district.
Yesterday, our armed forces noticed 4 drones that moved along the border of Ukrainian border. There were no combat, no battles outside of or inside of ATO. Terrorists, with the help of Russian professionals, started to actively use equipment to interfere communication between users of ATO on liberated territories. They continue anti-infiltration activities, and also to stop the traffic of weapons. In a train in Melitopol, there was a citizen of Ukraine who had 45 nights and 97 signal shells. Also, we improved measures to prevent illegal traffic movement in Volnovakha. They arrested the whole column with coal and scrap, which moved from controlled territories by militants and which did not have documents. A general volume of arrested cargo is 768 tons. British Minister of Foreign Affairs Philip Hammond told that the UK would receive 5 wounded Ukrainian soldiers for treatment, and he told that Surgery Department of Queen Elizabeth has a great experience of treating the wounded, and that experience will be used to bring back to the life heavily wounded soldiers. Yesterday, not far from Mariupol, on the coast of the Azov Sea, military men of 2 units of engineering forces of the armed forces of Ukraine that participate in ATO, they did the task, and they mined with the help of BTS-2 transporters, and because though that was under difficult weather conditions, and they did engineering intelligence, and they analyzed and installed anti-paratroopers mines along the coastline in the certain area. Yesterday, during the meeting with the command, Poroshenko paid attention to humanitarian assistance to residents in Donbass and to how to provide food and healthcare items to Ukrainians who are there on that territory. They have the right, and they have the right to receive assistance. Also, he underlined that we need to prevent the situation when our assistance is looted by militants. It doesn't reach to people for whom it is meant. The president asked to provide heat, electrical power to the residents. He told that we need to support them to survive. For them to survive under these difficult conditions. Under the operational information that humanitarian assistance of Russian Federation that was meant to civilians, it is given only representatives of the command of the terrorist organization, DNR. And not all, even common terrorists, receive that. And also, if meat cans, they expire, and food for children and hygiene for children, it's outdated. The Ministry of Interior reported that from temporarily occupied territory and from ATO to other regions, 556,000 people moved, 36 20 of them from Crimea. On the border with ATO, 4 transit points of state service on emergency are working to receive IDPs. And we would like to remind you that it's in Krasnoyarsk and in Mariupol, in Luhansk, that is in Svatov and Lysychansk. To transit points, 28,000 people applied for the assistance. We have to say that during the last day, the flow of people from transit points almost stopped. Only 1 person registered there, but at the same time, 900 people returned to Donetsk and Russia region from other regions of Ukraine. I would like to remind that Ukrainian railroads doesn't take any charges from people. They need to get registered in one of the transit points of state border of emergency. During the last day, our rescue groups found 132 explosive devices, and since the beginning of the activities, they found 31,000 of different explosive devices, 5,000 shells, 2,600 mines, and 20,000 of other explosive devices, and they checked almost 1,000 administrative buildings. The President of Ukraine, Petro Poroshenko, had a phone conversation with Federal Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel, and President of France, François Hollande. And they decided, despite the reduction of shelling since the beginning of the ceasefire, there is no withdrawal of heavy weaponry from the demarcation zone, and closing of the border and the liberation of hostages. And according to Minsk agreements, the President of Ukraine underlined the necessity to release all hostages, and there are more than 600 of them. Leaders of the states agreed that the 3 trilateral contact group should meet as soon as possible to take further measures. The tool of trilateral contact group and also cooperation with international organization is necessary to deliver and to distribute humanitarian assistance. Presidents of Ukraine and France and German Chancellor, and they say that it makes sense to continue the dialogue in normal format. Is there any question? Yaroslav Krachko, interim, about humanitarian assistance and the decision of Semenchenko from Damascus and Dnipro, that all humanitarian cargoes will be allowed to occupy it only in exchange for hostages. Is it just the initiative of those units, or thank God we live in a country when we have laws and we have legal state and any humanitarian assistance which is delivered to regions must have documents, quality and quantity of those products. If those documents are absent, you can announce anything, but there must be order, and we should follow that. As to arrested people, security service received the order from the president to hold the negotiations and to release our countrymen from captivity, and there are certain structures that are working for that. We should live according to the laws in our country. Because airports in Zaporizhia and Dnipropetrovsk are closed, and there are rumors, lots of rumors, and some people say that there could be NATO aircrafts can land there. Could you comment why the airspace is closed above those cities? There is a state aviation agency, and that's their responsibility. It's as far as I know, that is done for the sake of security. I don't know about details. Thank you. More questions, please. Thank you. No questions. Thank you.